Hey, welcome to another episode of Off the Dribble, presented and powered by the Warner Robins All Stars. Hey, this is a special episode for us today. Before we dive right in, man, I definitely want to give a shout out to our sponsors for tonight's episode: KPB Designs, Hype South Media, 619 Training, and then Hype South Skills Lab. As you can see, man, we got Big Kowacie on the show tonight. Like I said, it's definitely a hype show, man. We're gonna reveal the Hype South Top 25 Middle Georgia Players rankings. Without further ado, Kowacie, I'm gonna throw it to you, man.
Okay, man. Yeah. How everybody doing?
Good.
We're gonna reveal the Middle Georgia top 25 from Hype South. It's little player rankings that I do it once a year. At the beginning, like preseason rankings, and then I revisit them at the end of the year. And we may have a little movement up or down or whatever. Some kids may emerge, but prior to the season, I just like to kind of, shine a little light on what we got coming. To kind of give coaches a heads up on a kid or name or two. And it's not who's the best. You know what I'm saying? It's not who's the best. It's just a rankings for me. And I base it off of the last school ball season productivity, throughout the summer, what they're doing, with travel ball and stuff like that. And then I just kind of put it together as best as I can. But again, for me, the gist of it is to just shine light to as many players in this area as possible. Because I know we just don't have that light. And I just don't want any kids or anybody out there to just think this kid is better than that kid, this kid better than that. Nah, it's just a projection from me based on like I said, school ball and travel ball and just all around productivity, stuff like that.
Yes, sir. And I would be remiss if I didn't, introduce the squad, man. Coach Tat.
What up, Mr.
Coach Charles G.
Mr. Good.
Hey, so Kowacie, I think it's again in this development as far as pushing Middle Georgia basketball in this area to include South Georgia, whatever the case may be. I think it's great what you're doing, man. You're an advocate for basketball in this area. So you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, salute, bro, for what you're doing. We've had many conversations as far as where you're reaching out to make sure kids are getting the looks, right? To make us comparable to what's going on up in Atlanta and all of those things, man. So definitely we salute you 100% on just keeping this movement going.
Yes, sir.
Coach Tat, you want to talk on that a little bit?
Oh, yeah, man. I just want to, just continue to thank Kowacie, man, and what he's doing and how he's helped us shape this area with basketball, man. He does a great job at what he does, and anytime that I need a favor or anything, I know I can pick up the phone and call him, man. And if anybody call me, needing anything, I call him. So it's vice versa, man. I just appreciate what he does for all kids and everybody else kids.
Yes, sir. Coach Charles, you got some words to add to that?
Oh yeah, man. Shoot, man. These past couple of weeks, man, Middle Georgia been, it's been popping, and it's thanks to the Wacies, the Brad of EYA Sports, the Coach Burnett, the Coach Tats. You know what I'm saying? Just getting those guys collaborating and getting in there and making something pop for this open run weekend just shows. To the level of how much these guys care about basketball in Middle Georgia, not just for boys, but for girls. So to have that platform and build that platform and hopefully we can keep this thing going and move forward with it and keep pressing, that speaks volumes, man. So again, salute.
Yes, sir. So Kowacie, you're a staple in the community, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like Charles said, as well as the other guys is doing it, Coach Harnett, Coach Brad, Metlock, you know what I mean? We really appreciate what you guys are doing, and we're just trying to help push the culture forward, bro.
Oh, and Coach Butts, man. I think I forgot.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, Coach Butt riding around on that little cart now. You didn't. I know you probably laughing when you see it, but you ride around that little cart right now, trying to play basketball and put out that thing on Facebook to my 50 and older. Call me a week, not here in the booth.
Hey, Father Time got him, huh?
All the time got him. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Coach Butts, man. Coach Butts is a big part of this thing as well, man. And you know, just he's doing a great job, man, with behind the scenes of what he does with us. And I mean, can't ask for nothing more, man.
Yeah. Hey, and that work gonna show. We definitely got to shout my boy out.
Oh yeah.
Yo, we love you, baby. Hey, without further ado, though, Wacie, I'm gonna turn it over to you, man. And let's go ahead and start revealing this thing.
Yes, sir, man. What's up, bud? See you, bud. See you. So yeah, man, we're gonna jump into it, man. So basically, what we're gonna do, man, we're gonna start. We're gonna highlight a couple kids. Eventually, we'll get to the whole entire list. You know, we'll put up the list so everybody can see. But you know, we just want to kind of highlight a couple kids who've made some big jumps. Maybe have some offers on the way. Just got some offers and stuff like that. Had a big summer. Had a good school ball season. A couple upperclassmen. So we're just gonna jump right into it, man. At number 11, man, with Trey Grain, 2021 kid. He comes in at number 11 from Northside High School.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Big Trey.
Yes, sir. He's a little point guard, man. We try to get some of his highlights up here in a minute so the audience can kind of get a visual of kind of player he is, man. But the reason I like him, he plays hard on both sides, man. Bulldog, man. Plays defense, runs a team. You know, nice mid-range game, as you can see. Finishes through traffic, real strong player, man. Plays with a chip. 4-year varsity player. So, you know, I know, yeah, he's getting heavy D2 interest, man. He'll be another kid that you can catch at the open run on September the 20th via live stream. So, coaches, make sure to check in on Trey Grain.
Yeah, I think you can't say enough about Trey, man. Trey's a dog on both ends. He challenges his teammates to match his competition level, as well as worked on his mid-range game, man. I mean, this kid's mid-range game is tremendous. As you can see in the video, man, his mid-range game is almost automatic.
Hey, and I tell you, man, coaching the kid like that, you don't have to really, you don't have to say much because he is a vocal leader. He's gonna get everybody where they're supposed to be, and like you say, he's gonna challenge everybody. He's gonna get on in and everybody. But the thing I like the most is he takes that constructive criticism as well of being that leader.
I think that last clip is my favorite because I was at the tournament when he tried to raise up. When he tried to go at that kid.
Yeah, man. But like I said, I like him, man. He's like I said, I've been following him a little bit since he was a freshman, and to me, like each year he just gets better and better. So he made a big jump in the rankings this year from last year. Last year he wasn't even in the preseason top 25 at all. So pretty big jump, man. He had a great summer running with the All-Stars, and like I said, man, he's just a 4-year guy that just gets it done on both ends. So coaches, like I said, I'm gonna say it again, he will be at the open run. He has heavy D2 interest, a couple coaches coming in to see him. Several have requested the link specifically for him. So he's a guy that's heating up, and I think we'll see something start to happen for him very soon as far as offers go. So next we're gonna jump into we're gonna go from 11. We're gonna jump to number 3. TJ Grant, kid out of Veterans High School, who's had a really good last month and a half playing with the Warner Robins All-Stars. Just picked up his first offer 3 days ago, I think it was, from Mercer. First Division I offer. a couple other coaches sniffing around, making calls about him. So, you know, I look for him to get a couple more offers before the season starts. Well, he comes in at number 3 this year, TJ Grant. Yeah, big wing player, man, about 6'6". Nice mid-range game, man. Big body, he finishes well around the basket. Just real strong, real fundamentally sound. Not necessarily athletic, but he can smart player, high IQ. You know, hits the mid-range at a high rate. He's working on expanding his game out to the 3-point line. Once he gets that, and couple other little tidbits to his game, he's definitely gonna be a mid to high major player. Just because of his size. Like I said, again, he's 6'6". He's another kid that'll be at the open run. Mercer just offered him. Like I said, schools like Elon, Texas State, showing strong interest. So TJ Grant is another one, coaches, to keep a watch on. He's a 2022 kid. I'm sorry, he's a 2022 kid from Veteran High School.
TJ, man, I tell you, TJ's advantage, man, he can get that rebound and start to break. I mean, that's what separates him a lot, man, at being for his size. Like I say, man, he don't mind getting out there playing with his back to the basket, getting out there shooting that mid-range jump shot, like you said. Can take it, get a big, can take the big off the dribble. He does a lot of good things, man, with the basketball. A lot of upside.
Yeah. One of the things I like about TJ is his size and strength, and his ability to get down and transition and finish, as you can see right there, and finish and transition, man. He is a kid. Sure. He could be a versatile kid, very versatile. So, man, and I'm happy for that he picked up that offer from Mercer. That's a good. I think he'll be a great fit for that program. So,
yes, sir. That's a great start.
Yeah. Just one other thing to add on TJ, man. He got a little dog in him too.
Oh yeah.
He's a competitor.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this. He added that, and I think that comes from taking on the identity of the coach. Because I'm just gonna say, like, in the past, yeah, I'm gonna say that. I gotta give you that, Tat. I'm gonna give you that. Because like in the past, I kind of questioned that about him, and when I watched him this summer, I'm like, okay, I kind of see him getting a little feisty, you know what I'm saying, mixing it up a little bit. And I'm telling you, man, once he gets that, and he can step out to the 3-point line and be a little bit more consistent, he gonna take off. Because 6'6", that got guard skills and ball skills like that, fundamentally, you can't teach that, man. So, right. You know, big up TJ, man. Keep developing, brother. Keep developing. We see you.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna move up to number 2, man. Number 2 player on the list coming in at number 2 this year. He was number 2 last year. Played a little bit this summer. He was kind of nicked up with injuries a little bit. Kind of held him back. But he's a load, 100%. When this kid is 100%, he's a load. Quay Promise, 2021 kid from Central Macon, just committed to Mercer 3 weeks ago. He committed to Mercer University. And he comes in at number 2, man. Big 6'7", power forward, throwback kind of player. Quay Promise. Yes, sir. As you can see, man, when he's a kind of below the rim player, but he's sneaky athletic, as you'll see here in a minute. But he's a left-handed kid, kind of remind me of Zach Randolph down there on that block, man. He works.
That's a great comparison.
And man, like I said, Mercer.
Wait, I was just about to say that. Yeah, I was just about to say Zach Randolph. Yeah. Yeah,
see, because he can pick and pop as well, man, as you can see right there. Mercer's getting a steal with this kid, in my opinion. 100% Quay Promise. He'll be all conference. I believe that. Knows angles, knows how to use his body, kind of unorthodox a little bit. I think that's what throws a lot of guys trying to guard him off. And I've been watching him, man, since he was an 8th grader, and he's a little. People would say he's undersized, but to play the 4. But I'm telling you, the bigger the competition, the bigger he plays. So, if he's playing a 6'10", 6'11" guy, you can look for a double night out of Quay. He thrives against bigger competition, man. And he chose Mercer. He had other Division I offers from Presbyterian, Charleston Southern, North Carolina A&T, Towson University. So he was a low to mid-major guy. But in my opinion, he's going to be great for Mercer once he get back to 100%. And man, I just love the kid, man. He's a throwback player, and I like to see that. Plays hard, mixes it up down low, and he loves to compete, man.
Yeah, and like you say, Wasted, he loves to compete, man, and that's a good thing to have. You have that dog in you. You ain't gonna back down from nobody, and that's one thing I can say about Quay, man. He ain't gonna back down, and that's a good trait to have, man. I'm proud of him, man, and I try to tell him every time I see him, man. Just keep going. He got him as well. Got a lot of upside. You say he's gonna be all conference. I believe he can be all conference as well with his upside.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, and he's like I said, he's back-to-back, man. Back-to-back Region Player of the Year. All-state kid. I mean, he got all the accolades. He was runner-up for Mr. Middle Georgia last year. He could very well win it. He could very well win it this year. He could have won it last year. It was real close, and like I said, man, and I'm looking forward to continue to see his progress, man.
Yeah. I think that's a kid that's got a lot of potential. Man. A lot of potential for his size and the strength that he brings, and his ability to play with his back against the basket and that pick and pop. Oh yeah, big things
Yes,
coming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think that's Zach
I can't say
comparison is perfect.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, I can't say enough about his competitive nature, man. I've seen him against some of the top guys in the state in this 21 class. I think the state of Georgia is loaded, man, from top to bottom. I think I seen a statewide ranking earlier where they had him at 48 in the top 50. And if he's number 48, then we loaded. Because I'm telling you now, that kid can go. So
Yes,
Quay Promise, man. So we're gonna move on up, man, to the top spot. Number 1 kid is Kowacie Reeves Jr., Westside Macon, Florida Gator commit. He played in one tournament this summer. Decided to kind of sit out, work on his body, to try to mature his game a little bit. Just continue to expand and work on his game. So he played in one tournament and he did really well. He's our reigning Mr. Middle Georgia from last season. Co-region player of the year along with Quay Promise in Region 4, AAA. So yeah, Kowacie Reeves he grabbed the top spot coming into the season this year. Yes, sir. So these highlights here are from that first tournament. Inside out kid, man, can shoot the 3 ball. Really shoot the 3 ball. He's expanded as far as his. There you go. He was working on the post, back to the basket, step back. So he's now scoring at all 3 levels, man. And like I said, the focus was to get bigger and stronger this summer, and I think he's done that. That was a major reason to just take a break from the travel ball to specifically focus on areas that he needed to improve on his game. So he's been training, 3-4 days a week, sometimes 2 times a day, a couple times he went 3 times a day. So, kids just working, man. Like you said, she's scoring on all 3 levels now. He just continues to expand, man. We're gonna keep working, and he comes in at number 1, man. So I'll let y'all talk a little bit about it, man, because I'm gonna sit back and let y'all,
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, man. I really like Kowacie, man. His work ethic and what he puts into the game, the process, and I think that's something, especially for the younger kids. That's something. If you don't pick nothing else up, pick up how you work within the process, and he understands it. He gets it at an early age, and it's showing. And it's showing his dividend. That work that he's been putting in, as far as his jab steps, as far as his back to the basket, and man, working on that jump, man, a 6'7" wing that can shoot that thing will always have a home.
Yeah. Hey, so we had Kowacie Jr., excuse me, on the show, man, and I was just thoroughly impressed with his personality, his demeanor, right? He's a top-notch kid from that level. So then kind of to piggyback on what Coach Charles was saying as far as his work ethic and to see him on the court. And not necessarily his game film, because that speaks for itself, but to see his training highlights, right? Or him in the gym and how hard he's sweating and he's going through every move at game speed and the work that he's putting in, man. No doubt that he's going to be successful at the next level. No doubt that he has that D1 offer, and he has several D1 offers. So I commend him as well as you, Big Kowacie, on making sure that he was in the right place and had the right mindset to get to that next level.
I always talk to Kowacie about him being his own critic. I've seen it. I've seen it in person during the workout. Miss a shot, talking to himself on the way back to the line. Come on, Kowacie, hit the next one. Just that type of drive alone. He miss a shot, he don't put his head down and pout and worry about that last shot. His mind frame is, I'm gonna hit the next one. And he's telling himself that when he goes to the back of the line. And that drive he have. You got to have a drive to work out 3 times a day.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
You got to have a drive to work out 3 times a day. And I don't even want to go to work the one time I go. I'm not going to work out 3 times a day. But I mean, you gotta have that drive. That kid has it, man. And I know people might say, "Oh, well, that's his dad. He number one." Because no, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm looking at this camera and tell y'all right now. Hell no, that kid works his tail off. That kid does everything that he's supposed to on the basketball court and off the basketball court. The kid has a 4.0 GPA, so he ain't going to Florida for no reason.
Hey, Tat, say it again, Tat.
I'm just telling you, he had a 4.0 GPA, so he ain't going to Florida for no reason. Right. He ain't get recruited and offered by Stanford for no reason. So the kid works his tail off on and off the court. I admire that about him. And I like when he came on the show and talking to the young kids, telling them, you know, get your schoolwork, do this, that. He wasn't all about basketball. But as you can see, you see those highlights, you know he gets it done on the floor. So he deserves to be number one. I think he's number one. I think he's number one in here in Middle Georgia.
Oh, yeah. So we didn't even talk about the defense aspect.
Defense.
Oh, yeah. Well, my bad. He plays defense as well.
Right.
He gets it done, man. And everybody on this list gets it done in one way or another. And as Kowacie say, I guess it ain't an order of who's better than who. I mean, it's his ranking. So I mean, he put him wherever he want. But I mean, each kid deserve to be on this list. Each kid does what they do, and whatever they doing on the floor.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to say this, man. If any kids out there looking, man, because I challenge him the same way. When Ty Fagan won Mr. Middle Georgia, then Devin turned around and won Mr. Middle Georgia. So I'm not looking to give away, 2-time win. I want a kid. If you're looking out there, I want you to push it. I mean, because like I talked about TJ Grant earlier, and you guys will be able to see on the we'll be dropping the link for the content article about the top 25, and you'll be able to go in and see kind of some of the analysis and some of the content of more in depth of each player. But TJ Grant is a kid who, I mean, I've been saying it for years, man. He has the potential to be the best player in the area, not just the area. I think he could be one of the best players in the state, and he just gotta just bring it out, man. It's there. The talent is there. Quay, same thing. I think any of those guys can be number one. And it can be number one at the blink of an eye. That's how, to me, that's how tight the gap is as far as what they do and what they bring to their specific teams. Because again, it's not about who's the best. It's about productivity, fit on the team, what you're doing during the travel season. All that type of stuff goes into it. Yeah, man, if y'all out there watching, nothing is predetermined. We always watching. I'm always consulting with other guys around the state, Sean Williams, Kyle Sandy, Metlock, Mondre from Love of the Game. So, we're always talking about kids and getting different opinions and stuff. So keep working, keep playing. And like I said, we're finna get to the rest of the list. We're going to put a graphic up of the yes, sir.
Charles, before you get to that, Wasted, let me ask you a question. And we're going to kind of just piggyback on what's been the theme of this podcast and what we've been trying to push out. Ultimately, for you to be able to see these kids and to be able to rank these kids have to be playing somewhere in exposure tournaments and out in the process, correct?
Yes. Well, I would say 85 to 90% of the list is doing that. There are a couple of kids that, they don't play during the summer. So I just kind of go back to what the previous school ball season. And again, I'm looking at productivity, with their role on the team, all of that type of stuff. How successful, not necessarily was the team, how successful was the player within the system, and ultimately how important he was to that team.
Right.
So most of the kids are playing on the summer travel level, and that's how I make a big judgment on the rankings.
Gotcha.
Good. Just wanted to make sure we got that point out there as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get it, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah. So
give people what they've been waiting for. Wasted.
We got a drum roll.
I don't know.
Oh no. We ready to drop it? Here we go. Let's drop it. All right.
yes, sir. The top 25. Complete list.
Tell you, heck of
As
a
you can
list.
see, man, we got a couple underclassmen.
Yeah.
Heck of a list, man. Waste, I commend you for doing this, dropping this list, man. Taking your time to do this list, taking your time to see, 1 through 25. This list is crazy. And I've seen half of these kids on this list.
Right.
It's can't argue with that. Can't argue with this list at all.
That's solid.
Yes, sir.
Solid list, man. I tell you two that stand out to me that I from this list, Jordan Brown and Greg Jones. I'll talk about Jordan first. Jordan Brown, man. Jordan is an absolute defensive stopper. The kid has great instincts on the defensive end, man. Blocking shots. I tell him and I tell his dad and anybody and all the coaches that I've talked to, he can polish up his game with his back to the basket. But he has that mid-range jump shot. Can handle the ball okay. With me, I didn't want to see him handling the ball that much out on the perimeter, but he's capable of doing it. But him with his mid-range jump shot, he can shoot the 12 to 15 footer. Rebounds the ball very well. And can't talk about on the defensive end. You ain't got to. Man, get by you. He's gonna be there to help. Block the shot, deflect the pass if you try. Defensive rebound well. I just overall like that kid, man. That kid's 6'9" kid. I think he's got five or six offers now. D2, D3 NAIA JUCO offers right now on the table for him, and he has a lot of upside. But he's a kid that can make a giant step from last year to this year. And another kid, man, Greg Jones. Greg Jones is the ultimate utility guy. Been around this kid since he was in the 6th grade. Seen him expand his game. This kid lacks the size at 6'3", but he plays like he's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
Offensive rebounding, the back to the basket, shooting the three. My favorite thing is him sacrificing his body for the team. He's an ultimate team player and he's gonna do everything that you ask him to do. Basketball IQ is great. And you look up in the scorebook, you might see Greg 15 points, 16 points in the scores book or on the score sheet, and you looking at yourself like, darn, how did he get that? He's running the floor, making his layups, just playing ultimately hard. That's what I like about Greg Jones and like about Jordan Brown.
Yeah. Well, because I'll tell you two more to stand out to me, man, would be Rashawn Tomlin. Man, I just really like the kid. 6'5", 6'6", got good size. I think he got 3 or 4 offers as well. NAIA, I think D2. I think he got a D3 and maybe a JUCO in there as well. But man, a kid with good size and that can shoot the ball, and I think that kid is going to continue to grow and develop. I honestly think he's one of those diamonds in the roughs, man. He could turn out to be something great if he just keep working at his craft like he's doing. Just keep working at it and keep being aggressive, attacking that basket downhill. Man, that kid could be very special. So, but yeah, and also he gets it done in the classroom. Most importantly, so excited about him. And then HB Morgan. So he's a smaller point guard. I think he's 5'10", 5'11". So a nice shifty point guard. He can get to his spots real well. He plays over at Houston County. I like that. I think he doesn't have any offers right now. I think that's gonna change as we get into his high school season. I think that'll start to turn around a little bit because he's putting in the work. Like I said, he can get to his spots. He shoots the mid range pretty well. I think he's gonna have to shoot the 3 ball a little bit more and get into his defense. He got to get into that defense, playing a little bit more defense, being a little bit more gritty. But I think things are gonna pick up. I think recruiters are gonna pick up for him, man, as he get into school ball because that kid is special, man. He can definitely run a team. He has that leadership skills. With him, it's just, I think it's just going to be time. So I think that time is coming for him.
Yeah, and to piggyback on HB, man, that kid's cat quick, very coachable. And like you say, man, everything you said about him, I mean, very, very coachable. Yeah. And he's also a vocal leader as well, man.
Great leadership skills, absolutely.
Yeah. I want to jump in there with a couple more, man, before KP gets to some of those underclassmen, man. Jordan Jones is from FPD. He's a kid, man, who fits what I was talking about earlier about not really playing travel ball during the summer or not really playing in showcase tournaments and stuff like that. So he's kind of off the grid a little bit. So a lot of people don't really get a chance to see him as far as evaluators and stuff like that, because he's playing on the private school level down here in Macon, and it's like night and day on the private school level. Like in Atlanta, you have some powerhouse programs in the private school division, but down here it's like not so much. But this kid is a kid, he's a little undersized, about 5'9", 5'10" point guard, but he's a scoring point guard. So last year averaged about 25, 26. He was an all-region kid, all-Middle Georgia kid. all-state kid. So he's a kid who he grades out to me to be a lower level kid, NAIA D2 kid. So coaches, if you're interested in that kid, he's one to look at. He can score, shoot the three, penetrates well, gets teammates involved. He's a really good guard, but he's known to score the ball. He can really put it in the hole. Scored 40 points last year against Wilkinson County, and if y'all know anything about Wilco, they do play a little defense, and they always have solid athletes. So for him to do that against them, and I think he was the top scorer in the region. It says a lot, and so he's another kid we need to look out for. And Isaiah Josie is another one on the private school level. He goes over to Stratford. He picked up a couple offers this summer: Albany State, Columbus State. About 6'2", plays the 2 guard. I'm projecting him to make a big jump this year. I look for him to probably go up statistically across the board. But he's had a good summer, kind of off the grid as well. But I see some of his training and working out and stuff like that. So he's a kid to kind of keep an eye on. He's really like a wild card, but he can go from that 18 up into that top 10, man. If he does what I think he's gonna do, I got my eye on him. But yeah, Isaiah Josie is another one to watch. So Jordan Jones, Isaiah Josie. So KP, man, you can go ahead and talk about a couple of them underclassmen.
Yeah, I want to highlight Jalen Stanford. Had the opportunity to coach Jalen. I think 5th, 6th grade. Just always had a motor. He's always had a motor and always had a competitive side. To see what he's doing now, out of Jones County, playing varsity as a freshman, being a contributor, is nothing new. I know his work ethic. He works extremely hard. So I'm looking for big things for him coming up this year. That's his sophomore year, out at Jones County. And Wacy, if I'm not wrong, he was the freshman South freshman of the year.
Yes, sir. He was the Middle Georgia freshman of the year.
Okay.
Hype South last year. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's no surprise, man. And knowing his dad and kind of the work ethic that they have, and kind of how he keeps them going and keeps them in the gym and keeps challenging him. Doesn't have the big head, a good kid all around. I'm definitely a fan of Jalen. And then I want to kind of jump down to number 24, Aaron Jones. Again, another kid that I had the opportunity to coach. I believe it was at that same team. I have both of these guys on the same team. Aaron's a 6'10" sophomore. On the veterans this year, varsity playing. Aaron Jones, shot blocker. And just to see his development, his coordination come into pass, his strengths come into pass, seeing how he's going to be able to contribute. He's definitely a defensive guy, but he's developing his offensive side as well. Always had a soft shot, free throw down. You can depend on him for a soft shot. But like I said, just getting more comfortable with being 6'10" and understanding what he can do at that size. So another guy that I'm rooting for, comes from a good background, good support system. So I'm definitely looking for him to do big things this upcoming summer. Oh, this upcoming season, excuse me.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you,
man,
my bad, Wason.
I'm looking at the list, man. Okay, my bad.
No, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, Tat. Go ahead, Tat. Go ahead.
All right, Treyvion Solomon, man. He's a kid that played. He's a kid that played with us for 2 years, and he plays with Coach Butts now at Team Georgia Magic, our extended family. Kid had a great summer. Had a great summer for Coach Butts in the Team Georgia Magic. He also picked up an offer from Mercer. How long? Been about a month ago, Wasted 2 months.
Yeah, about 2 months. About 2 months ago.
All right. Yeah, about 2 months ago, man. Kid is a wizard with the basketball now. Kid can shoot it. Ain't backing down. Got that dog in him. Fearless. Uses his body well. getting to the basket, loves to defend, very coachable, very, very coachable. If you don't know, he's gonna ask questions. He's a leader, leads by example. Overall great kid, man. And another one, Jamarius Simmons. He didn't play travel ball with us this year, but he has in the past 2 years. Ball at Baldwin County. Kid is a player. He's about 6'3" and a half. Does all the little things, intangible things, rebound, also gets basketball, leads the break, shoots the three well. Sacrifices his body for the team. I know I like saying that a lot, but that changes games. Just those small intangible things like that. But like I say, he sacrifices his body for the team. Loves to defend. He's also leads by example. Vocal lead on the defensive end. Looking for a big year out of him as well.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. As I'm sitting here just looking at the list, man, some pretty solid kids, man. And so, man, y'all probably gonna have to stop me, man, because I could be here talking all night. But I wanna show a little love, man, to coming in at number 9 and number 15, Jamal Taylor and Leroy Wilson, man, state champions from a year ago from Hancock. They won state championship down at A Public. They just had a big weekend last weekend at the Battle for Georgia, playing with Bostic Next Level. They went in as a heavy underdog. They were in a killer bracket, man. Nobody seen them coming out of that bracket, but that state championship, that winning DNA just showed up. They were playing against I want to say it was AC Georgia to qualify to get there in the 17 and under division. And game on the line, state championship point guard, state championship shooting guard, pick and pop. Jamal Taylor comes off the pick, kicks it back to Leroy Wilson for the 3. Game time. And that was a similar way that they won the state championship in the final seconds like that. Jamal Taylor, gets a steal, takes his guy, goes down there and score a layup. Hits a couple of late free throws, win the championship. So I just want to show them guys some love, man. We see you down there at Hancock. Keep doing it. Keep representing Middle Georgia and keep working. Keep working, man. People see you. People see you.
Hey, wait, a kid on this list that I keep seeing his name on Twitter, and I keep hearing a lot about. And actually, he's gonna be an open run on the 20th. Nicholas Wooder, that plays with Team Georgia Magic, Coach Bud. Man, Taylor County, yeah, man. I've seen his name buzzing a whole lot as well, man. The kid, man, it seems like I haven't seen him personally, but I mean from reading, from the tweets and stuff like that, man, seems like the kid has been having a nice summer. And then when he comes in with number 21.
Yeah. I saw him at a camp. I saw him with Team Georgia Magic a couple times, but I saw him at one of Corey Black's event right after the season. And he can shoot it, man. He can shoot the 3. Got good size, about 6'4", 6'5". But what stuck out to me was just how well he shot the ball. And it's fluid, man. So if he continues to expand and develop, like I said, he can make a jump as well, man. Like I'm kind of excited about some of the underclassmen, man. Especially the 2 that KP hit on earlier, man. Christian Burnett is another one that had a pretty solid summer. And shooting, man, he can shoot it. Shooting translates. So whenever I see a kid that naturally can shoot it, that's to me half of the battle, offensively anyway. They continue to expand, man. And grow into their bodies and stuff like that. We got a couple kids, man, that really got a chance on this list.
Let me ask you a question. Wait, just real quick, man. As far as trying to narrow this list down to 25, man. I know you could. It was a lot of kids that you could look at and possibly put on this list, whatever the case would be. Well, what were some of the determining factors that got a kid on the list and maybe didn't get a kid on the list?
Yeah. So again, like I said, man, I can't stress the visibility piece, especially during the travel ball season. If I can put an eye on you at a camp, at a travel tournament, that helps me a great deal. And if not, I try to go on, my knowledge from the previous school ball season. And some of it is just experience, man, because we had a couple kids on the outside looking in who Quentin Harnett was one that I looked at real hard. Don't quite have the resume yet, but I think by Christmas time I won't be able to say that no more. So he kind of missed the cut right there. A couple more kids like that. So a lot of it is just resume. After those first two factors that I mentioned, I just kind of look at resume. If your resume is there, and I hadn't quite seen you enough, then you might be able to slide in. If it's not there, I may have to wait a little bit longer so you can show, so I can get an eye on you. So that's really it, man, KP.
Yeah. So wait, I'm gonna say this real quick, man, and I know you got some things in the work, but I had when we were retweeting and posting on Instagram and all that about the show tonight, man, I had some middle school kids hit me up asking what they had to do to get on the list.
Hey man, we ain't gonna rank the middle school kids, but we got some stuff in the works, man. We're gonna get a chance to start seeing them a little bit.
Yes,
try
sir.
to put camps together, working with you guys. So we'll start doing that. Highlight them a little bit that way, but they gotta wait till they get to high school, man, to get ranked.
Yeah. No, definitely. Hey, they hungry, man.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. I'm glad that a lot of people look at rankings and they, a lot of people critique it and stuff like that. But it's all good because it's all opinions. But
right.
Stuff like what you just mentioned it gives kids something to work toward. It puts a fire in them. They looking at kids on the list and other kids looking at kids and saying, "Oh, I should be here. I should be there." And it makes them hungry, man. It makes them want to work harder to get there. And so to me, hey, that's a win-win for me. If the focus is getting better, versus, in the streets doing something else, hey, that's a win for me. I'll take the criticism about the list all day.
Yeah. And again, Waze, I think that's another just the role that you're playing in the community, man. You're keeping these kids on positive notes, right? So they want to get better. They want to see their name somewhere. So in order for them to see their name somewhere, they know they have to put the work in, right? And that's occupying time as far as doing what they need to do versus doing something that they don't need to be doing. So again, man, like I said, I salute you just from that standpoint as well.
Right. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of underclassmen, I'm biased toward this freshman point guard, and I'm biased toward him now because I see the work that he's put in, and in the direction that that Coach Damian Garment and Coach Jamal Garment has put in has instilled in him pretty much, along with his mom and his dad. Cam Perkins, he's a freshman. I think in the near future that he'll be a part of this list, along with Khalil Green. Those are two kids that I think, freshman wise, in this freshman class, that has a lot of upside to be known throughout the state. And I'm not knocking no other freshman kids in any other area, but just those two that I know that I had my eyes on, that I seen. And we got a lot of other freshmen that are pretty good in our area. Northside has some. Ricardo Jones is over there at Northside. Houston County, Khalil Quinn over there, Malachi over there at Houston County. So and I'm pretty sure it's kids in making that I haven't seen. But these two is the ones that stick out to me. Khalil Green and Cam Perkins. I think they have a lot of upside. I think they're gonna be on this list here in the near future.
Yeah,
and those are two that I looked at. I looked at them two real hard, and KP, it came down to resume. Resume just not there yet. It's just not there. I looked at those two really hard, and that's to kind of piggyback on the question you just asked. You don't see them on here because of the resume, but they coming. Like I said, by Christmas time, you won't be able to say because Khalil, and I've been talking about Cam for years, man. Little left-handed guard, real skill, can see the floor, real crafty, just shifty, man. I really like him. Khalil is a little bit bigger, little more physical, and he can play straight downhill, kind of strong, has a knack, scored a little bit. He's looking to score. So, man, they'll be on this list. They'll be there. Whether it's next year or later on this year, but they'll be there, man. And like I said, man, you had a couple kids who just missed out. Resume, kid Davion Henderson out of Macon, Westside Macon. He's a sophomore, but I think he's gonna make a big jump because he's gonna have a larger role this year. So this is just the initial 25. Just
right. And another kid too, waits over there at Veterans, D'Angelo Hines, little guard over there at Veterans. Yes, kid can play, but I mean, like you said, it comes down to resume. It comes down to what you've done and whatever your criteria is. So I mean, like I say, he's another kid. He's a 2021 kid that I'm pretty sure is going. His workload's changing this year from last year because he had Horace and RJ and those kids over there, those senior guards over there, and he didn't really have to be featured as much, but now his role is fixing to change,
right,
as he become the senior now.
Hey, KP and Charles, man, I'm telling y'all, whenever y'all ready to cut me off, man, because I'm going back, man. And number 7 and number 8, man, William Freeman. Man.
Hey, you got it, man. You got it.
Yeah, man. William Freeman, man, out of Baldwin.
I like it.
He was a player of the year up there for Baldwin County, man. He could shoot the ball.
Right.
I think he's running with Team Strap during the summer. He's been running with them the past about 2 years, I think, and he's like almost the guy on the team. But whenever we play him or I see him play, what jumps off the me is his ability to shoot. I love a shooter, man, and about 6'2", not real athletic, but he can shoot. He can shoot it, man. And Malik Smith is another kid he's kind of a tweener, a little undersized, about 6'3", maybe 6'4". Guard forward type of kid from Upson Lee. Region Player of the Year last year. They don't get as much pub anymore, but they're still in the mix, man. Upson Lee is, and he's a big reason why, man. So he's another kid, man, who, he's a little under the radar, but as you can see, I got him at number 8. He has potential to top that top 5, man. Like I said, he's a really active, kind of athletic. So he gets you 10, 12 points on just that alone, man. Getting out in transition and hustle play, scrappiness. So I just want to point him and Will out, man, at 7 and 8. Good list, man. Tough list, good list.
Yeah, no. And Kowacie, I think it goes without saying, man, why you're qualified to put this list out as far as your evaluator hat that you wear, tournament director hat that you wear, as well as a coach. So you're getting these conversations and understanding what it takes to play at the next level, and you being able to identify kids that have that skill set or projecting to have that skill set is another big, I think, an important fact to point out when you're developing these lists as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's just not coming out of nowhere. It's not like, just these only the kids that you like.
Man. It's a lot of mileage, traveling. I get a free night during the year. I go, let me go over here and check out, Rutland and Peach County.
Right.
Just kind of go sit in the corner, man, try to get away from everybody just so I can, put my eyes on it. If I hear about a kid, hey man, you need to go down to, wherever and check a kid out. If I get a chance, man, I'm gonna remember that and I'm gonna go check them out. So yeah, it's just not something I'm just coming up with. A lot of times, man, I start working on this list and 2 or 3 months in advance, and I'm going back and forth and I'm weighing it and I'm switching this and switching that, and man, let me go to this tournament to make sure I'm looking at this right. Stuff like that, man. Just to try to make sure, I'm as accurate as possible.
Do your due diligence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, I'm looking at a lot of these names. A lot of these kids gonna be in the open run this upcoming not next week, but the week after next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
19th and 20th of September.
Yeah. Boys on the 20th, right? That's Sunday.
Yeah,
boys on the 20th.
I'm excited.
So, coaches, man, kids on this list that we've been talking about, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them will be present though. We're gonna start back, putting the information out early as tonight. We're gonna start back jumping on the open run real heavy. We just want to pause and kind of get this top 25 out, but girls and boys. Girls on the 19th is that Saturday, boys on the 20th. But a lot of these guys that we're talking about will be there, and we have number 1 and number 2 player are committed. We got a couple more with offers. So after that, man, everybody is available, coaches. So, you got any questions, DM off the dribble, Hype South Media, One Robins All Stars, and we can get you the information you need if you got any questions.
Yeah. Don't forget Team Georgia Magic. Don't forget about the DM Coach Buzz.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Hey, I just want to say, and I know us three, man, we want to, thank you for coming on the show, man, to reveal it. I'm glad that you did it. And when we talked about it, man, when all 4 of us talked about it, and I mean, it was a go. And like I say, man,
I just wanted to. Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. It's just an idea that came to my head, and I wanted to do it a little different, because I've been doing it the last 4 or 5 years. So instead of just, I'm still gonna drop the link, the content link, like I normally do. But I wanted to try to mix it up a little bit, man. And Charles, man, I appreciate you on that technology, man, because everybody can't do that. Just to keep it fresh, man, get the kids something to look at, whatever, be excited. Yeah. Yes, sir. And maybe we'll keep it going, man. Just wanted to, give people something different to look at, to let them know that Hype South, man, we're gonna keep building, we're gonna keep pushing the envelope, man, and we're gonna keep going. And so kids, it's gonna get bigger and better than this. So I appreciate y'all, man, with this platform and where people can look in and actually see it live, stuff like that, graphics. Shout out to my graphic team, man, at Brandon Orange, my guy over there.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna keep it moving. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so I think it's important, kind of what you said, man, as far as the kids looking at it, right? Like I said, so I had 8th graders hit me up and 7th and 8th graders asking how can they get on the list, but it's bringing that excitement, right? It's bringing that excitement to this area, and ultimately, I think that was what our whole point of doing all of this was, even creating this platform and linking up with you, Kowacie, and having you come on and be a regular on the show and try to build this area up. It was to create the excitement, right? And I think mission accomplished because kids are seeing it. So they're wanting to know, how can I get better? How do I get on this list? What things do I need to do? So I need to be a student athlete as well as be in the gym and work on my craft. And I think that has definitely come across, and it's starting to, resonate that if you want to be here, we're gonna give you a platform. We're gonna shout you out. We're gonna give you the attention you need, but you got to do your work on the other side as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about that, man. Just what the future holds as far as this area and being able to support our own and broadcast our own and give our own a name, man. So definitely.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. I'm excited, man. That top 25 look good, man. I'm excited. I can't wait. Hey, look, I can't wait till the next time we get on the show and we reveal how the list done changed, who went up, who dropped off, who came on. Like, that's what kids. I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I want my name on the list. You know what I'm saying?
It's go, hey, because it don't happen.
Go.
Hey,
Here we go.
Hey, somebody like I tweeted out a little earlier, man. Somebody gonna emerge, man. It always up next. Somebody always got next, man. Like, the ball don't stop bouncing, So some of these kids hungry, some of them feel slighted, so somebody up next.
Oh yeah.
So what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Yeah. And look, kids, this real quick, kids. That's the fun part of the list, right? Because Wasey hit it on the head. It is someone's opinion. If you don't like it, you know what I'm saying. You ain't saying you gotta like it, but get your
opinion.
Get your butt in the gym and show them why you belong on the list.
Yeah.
And don't please don't run to Twitter and talk about because you ain't on the list, they sleeping on you. Guess what? People gonna start to sleep on you. Because they figured one time you don't get your way, then guess what? Oh, you mad. All right, reality check, basketball players. People don't care that you mad. You ain't gonna get your way. I don't want to get up and go to work every morning, but I have to support whatever I need to do. Yeah. So it's sacrifices you have to make. Wasey made his list. You ain't on it. Live with it. Do what you got to do to get on it.
There you go.
Don't pout about it. Don't pout about it. Please don't. If you don't think you're ranked where you're supposed to be, don't pout about it. Do something about it. Do something about it. Get in the gym and do something about it.
Yeah.
Just because one man's opinion, that man might think you ranked number 30 on the list. And it ain't but 25, but he might think you ranked 30. Well, your uncle might think you ranked number 1. But it ain't your uncle's list.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it all boils down to. So, fellas, get in the gym, man. Work. Yeah. Get in the gym and work. You can't look at one opinion or rank.
Yeah.
Hey, Hype South will be to your gym. You just don't know when. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see what all the fuss about.
Hey, Waste. Just to that point, man, how many of these kids are potentially playing in the Hype South Invitation that you got coming up?
I know I have Northside in it, so I have some of their kids. You mean you're talking about the high school event, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So let me see, man. Let me just give a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's probably just looking at the list. Jones got 5. So probably about just looking right now, about 7 or 8 of them from the list will
okay.
Their high school teams will be on here, and they'll participate in the Hype South Hardwood Invitational, which will be November the 28th at Warner Robins High School. Working on finalizing some stuff now, so I'll probably have a little bit more information on that within the next week or two, as far as some announcement about matchups and game times and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, wait. So if you want to come
Hey,
back on the show to reveal the schedule,
I was just gonna say that. I was just about to say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, y'all just let me know I'm there, man. Just let me know I'm
Yeah.
there, and we can talk about the matchups because I got some. I'm telling you, I got some 4 stars in there. I got some D1 commits. You know, Ole Miss. You know, I got some. Hey, I got some heavy hitters, man.
let's get it.
Heavy hitters.
Well, let's lock it in right now. Then once you
Yeah.
get everything finalized, wait, you coming back on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah,
Definitely.
just, hey, you know, we ain't one call away. Just let us know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, so kind of to switch lanes a little bit, and we talked about it briefly, man. But can we talk about the open run that we have coming up? That we got closed out on September 19th and 20th for the girls and the boys. Closed open run, invite only, college coaches, LinkedIn. I think we got over about 30 coaches, 30 colleges LinkedIn committed to watching, some in person, majority over the live stream. Can we just kind of talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing for the kids here in Middle Georgia and the surrounding counties and area. Even got some kids coming down from Atlanta, thanks to my partner over at Atlanta Astros and Coach Brad at EYA Sports, and you know, it's a good thing. The main thing is with this pandemic, you know, going on, we want other avenues to put kids in front of coaches. So I mean, it's just brainstorming the idea, man, and we put our heads together, and you know, I mean, the rest is history, man. Now we're looking at the 20th, getting all the information out. You know, we included the girls. Started out brainstorming about boys, and we included the girls, and so I mean, I can't. Hopefully everything goes great, man. I mean, it was fun planning it. I guess we could say. We're getting it with all of us putting our heads together and getting kids and invites and being on the phone and texting and got 17 different group texts and all kind of stuff, man. So I think it's a good deal for these kids here, man, to get a chance, especially these 2021s. The 2022s and 23s and 24s that's coming, you know, ought to be appreciative, man, of what the 2021s have got to go through. Because I mean, they got a chance to, you know, get seen early and you know, probably have an AAU season, a full AAU season, you know, with years to come and all that type of stuff. Some that the 2021s didn't have.
Right.
So I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing here for the area, man. I mean, I think this is the first time it's been done here in this area that I know of.
And that's what I was on too, Chad. So, and I'm gonna say this because I think we fielded. I think each of us fielded a lot of DMs, emails, and text messages. And it's one of those things. If we could have took every kid that wanted to sign up, we would have took every kid, right? So it was just one of those things of having. It is the first one, so it's having the right amount of resources and things like that. So that's what we ran into. In the next year, if this is something that, you know, we hoping that it grow into what we think it may grow into, we're going to continue to try to grow it. We're going to continue to try to grow it.
Hey, I'm going to speak it. It's going to continue to grow.
There it is.
Continue to get bigger and better. One thing, coverage. We're going to make sure it's covered. We're going to have, you know, guys coming in, you know, with videos and taking pictures. And I'm going to be doing some, you know, some content recap articles and all of that, man, because this area has been lacking it for a long time, visibility. And I think we have everything we need right here to put it all together right now. And so since it's here, we're going to do it. And, you know, we ain't going to hope it works. We're going to make sure it works. So, hey, get ready.
Let's get it. There it is.
No, man, I think that's exciting, man, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Just from all aspects, like all of you guys kind of hit on, thinking about it, building it, putting it together, and now the execution part of it, right? And from all levels. So I think it's been tremendous what you guys have been able to do, what we've been able to do as far as advertising and putting it on the platform. Coach Tat, Wacy, you guys as far as reaching out to your connects. Coach Charles, just the things that you do on the social media side, as far as making everybody hungry for the next name that's going to drop. You know what I mean? I think just the whole aspect of it is building the situation and making it big where somebody wants to be a part of it, man. So again, salute to all you guys for that aspect of it, man. And I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it next 2 weeks from now.
I'm ready.
Hey, I want and I also I also want to say, when you say that, and a lot of people don't know what goes on and goes into this behind the scenes stuff, like all the calls, like you say, text and this, that, and the other. But I mean, they just look at, oh well, my kid and get the invite, or they just doing this and they just doing that, but they don't understand all of the other avenues that goes on, with this. But great minds, Kowacie, Coach Butts, you two guys, Coach Burnett, Coach Brad, EYA Sports, Coach Juke, just having those guys that you could call and say, hey man, we doing this. We would love you to be a part. And it's all right. Yeah. Even on Willie from on the radar, he's thinking about coming down. And Sean Williams, I can't thank him enough by calling and asking him questions.
Right.
He's helped a whole bunch with everything that we have going on. It's just good to have people that's in it genuinely and not just looking at just one thing. Everybody's looking at everybody's on the same page. Everybody's got the same goals. And that's to these kids here in Middle Georgia.
Yeah.
And not just Middle Georgia. I tell you this, I'm not gonna say kids in Middle Georgia, kids in general.
Yeah.
I just say kids in general, because you got kids coming from all areas, South Georgia, Middle Georgia, Atlanta. So you got kids coming from everywhere. All Columbus, just Albany, kids from everywhere that are coming. That's the great thing about this open run, man. It ain't just kids here for this area. So you got Coach Brad and Coach Arnett. You got Coach Brad coming from Atlanta. I mean, he's gonna be sitting there training the kids from South Georgia that he don't deal with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's connecting lives. These kids, I'm pretty sure as these kids move on, they're gonna remember that contact they had with Coach Brad. They're gonna remember that contact they had with Coach Coach Harnett. They're gonna remember that type of stuff. So it's building, it's bridging lives together just as well as it's basketball.
Absolutely.
Hey, and I definitely got to shout out my man Metlock.
And I saw
Locks Way.
Oh yeah, Locks Way. Hey man, I saw the comment from Coach Williams down there from Central Macon. And before we go, I did want to just say, look, we're gonna focus on the girls as well. Right now, they're not as inclusive as the guys, but they're included. I do an all Middle Georgia for the girls. Miss Middle Georgia as well. I do that at the end of the year. And moving forward, man, we're gonna look to be a little bit more inclusive on them. Sorry about that. We're gonna look to be a little bit more inclusive on them, as far as include them in a lot more of the rankings and just getting out to put eyes on them a little bit more. Because like I said, we every year, we have girls sign in Division I, all levels, JUCO, NAIA, and just like the boys, man, we got some girl players around here too.
Yes.
that we want to get eyes on. Yes. So we got some Division II coaches because they can start back getting out right now, September. So we've already had a couple confirmed to not watch live stream, but to show up physically. So that's gonna be big. Yeah, that's gonna be big for the girls' open run. And we got a couple girls now that's been invited. And everybody come through. I think that's gonna be a success as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's right, big homie.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, we got a couple Central Macon girls in there. Couple juniors, man, that are all region kids who are just looking for a chance. Just looking for a chance.
So yeah. And I think Tyrone Jones had this question, but I think we kind of went through it. But I'll let Wasey kind of go rehash what we talked about earlier as far as what your decision process and ranking the players.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Tyrone, man, the decision process is basically for me, it's just visibility, man. Are you somewhere where I can see you? Are you playing travel ball? If not, what did you do during the school ball season? Is your resume there? I look at all of those factors. And if one of the three, one of the two, two of the three line up, then you got a good chance at making the rankings. But mostly for me, it's just visibility. Like I said, every now and then I get hung up or jammed up on this player, that player. I make a couple calls to guys that I know have seen them a little bit more than me probably, and I get their opinions on it. And then at the end of the day, we'll just go with it from there. But the big thing is visibility, man. Where are you? Are you in the right places? I say right places because if I'm on the travel circuit independently, I'm in the right places looking. So you got to get in the right places. That's what I'm saying. So be visible, and if you can't be visible, do what you do during the school ball season. So that's pretty much it, Tyrone.
Hey, shout out to Tyrone Jones too, by the way, who has the officials that will be at the open run. Georgia high school officials, certified officials. Tyrone Jones did schedule those officials to be there, and we appreciate him for that. That took a load off of us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I think it's just a lot of excitement going on right now, right? So the pandemic could have slowed us down, but instead, I think we found ways to try to still push the culture, to try to find ways to still get these guys and gals seen as far as playing basketball and getting out there. Coach Tat, don't look at me like that.
They said gals.
Hey, man. Hey.
My bad.
These young folks sing.
My bad, brother.
Hey, you all good. Hey, but again, man, I just salute y'all for thinking outside the box, right? So not being stuck in a pandemic and figuring out, okay, well, basketball is just shut down. How can we still make opportunities for these folks? So yeah, definitely, man. Big up to y'all. I told you before I could see your face, man.
I said young gals. I said, okay. Hey, it's a good thing, man. I mean, that's what we all and I guess that's why we all get along so much, man. Get along so good. And I mean, nobody ever. I mean, even if we disagree on something, like I tell y'all this before we go. The list that Waits to put out about the kids from 2010 to
all decade
team.
Right.
Man, Waits didn't agree on. I mean, it's his list, but he comments, asked me my opinion. We didn't
Oh, yeah.
agree. we didn't agree on one or two of those spots, but I mean, it wasn't like we're gonna get mad about it.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
we just
Right.
you know, you thought one thing, I thought another. So I mean, like, hey, all right, then you think that okay,
Right.
bro, cool. But I think this, but cool.
All right,
but
yeah,
that's the thing. That's the thing that I think we all have, and that's how it's no egos amongst us.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna go out here and think I write better than Wasted. Hell no, I ain't finna do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know that's his thing.
Hey, I think I'm a pretty good coach, man. But hey, man, I sit and watch Ted over on the sideline, boy. Hey, hey, that dude that knows some X's and O's, man.
But see,
hey, Wasted and some T's.
Yeah, yeah, give him 10 now. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of what we of what we have, and I ain't just talking about me and Wade. That's Wasted, y'all too, Butts. I mean everybody that's in that's helping.
Yeah.
All of the other all-star coaches, Sean, or I mean whoever that we all talk to about getting stuff done. There's no egos there. I mean, if it's something that we don't like, we can all look at each other and say, "Hey, nah, man, no, that ain't gonna work." Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna get mad about
it. Hey, one more thing I'm gonna put on y'all mind before we go, and this is a topic for another show, but I'm telling you, I gotta do it. We gotta do it. We sticking locally. Kids sticking locally, sticking together locally. We got to talk about that one. Cause I you know, like Metlaw say, the South got something to say. Not Hype South got something to say. So we need to talk about that. It's some stuff going on, and we got to talk about it.
Hey, you know me, you know I'm all for it, and I tell you this, the truth is the truth. Don't matter who like it or don't like it. The truth is the truth. It is what it is.
We're gonna call the next show episode 27 part 2. We ain't done.
Hey, it's another show, but we got to do it.
I tell you this, if you want to do it, we can do it Wednesday.
That's what I'm about to say. Well, we got scheduled Wednesday.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
You know, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
And let's take a 30-minute break and come back.
Hey, hold up. Hey, KP. I got the kids with their grandma. Hell no.
Hey, I can talk that talk. I'm back home now.
Yeah, man. I'm good with that, man. But
yeah,
that sounds good.
I think that's a great topic, subject for a show, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. No, Wasted, man. That was good stuff, man. Top 25, all the stuff that's going on in Georgia, man. Again, so appreciate what you do. I appreciate everybody that's on here that's helping pushing this thing forward, man. And Coach Brad, Coach Burnett. Man, let's keep going. You know what I'm saying?
And one step away, Brandon Davis. One step away, man.
Absolutely. Hell of a trainer. You got my little man right too. So hell of a trainer.
Hey.
You're so silly, dude.
Man, we can't hear you, KP.
No, you didn't turn your mic off. No, you didn't turn your mic off, Kenny. There you go.
Hey, I'm still there. I'm back. All right, I just wanted to co-sign one step away, man. But hey, these comments over here kind of crazy. Hey, big shout out to Brandon though, man.
You already know this.
Coach Gio. Hey.
He gonna get fined, boy. You know it. Look at it. He gonna get fined. But yeah, man.
Hey, well, yeah, man. Hey, so real quick, man, before we get out of here, though, let's just plug a couple of the open run. What's the date for the open run again?
September 19th for the girls, September 20th for the boys. So college coaches, if you're still looking for that link, definitely reach out to Hype South Media, One Robin All-Stars, or Team Georgia Magic. You can DM them or off the dribble. We'll make sure you get that link and get you taken care of and squared away. So the more the merrier. Let's look at some kids, man. Let's get these kids out.
And that's a free link to all the college coaches, right?
Free link.
Yeah. Okay. Hey,
So
and
all the college coaches. And one more thing before we go. At the open run on September 19th, September 20th, there will be no spectators because we're trying to set ground rules. No spectators. Only college
coaches,
staff, and security. So no spectators. We're trying to cut down on traffic and cut down on, with the pandemic and everything, and everybody there, mask is gonna be worn. So mandatory, yeah.
Yep. Hey, and then Wacy, give your dates out, man, for the HYPESOUTH Hardwood Invitational.
Yes, sir. Saturday, November the 28th, HYPESOUTH Hardwood Invitational at Warner Robins High School. So more information, like I said, will be coming out in the coming weeks on that. And then like I said, we'll come back to the show and we'll do it. We'll talk about it, talk about some of the players more in depth, and we'll get it going.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, so again, viewers, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Wacy, we appreciate you coming on the show, dropping the list, man. That's big for us. That's big for the area. Always supporting and putting Middle Georgia on your back, man. So we definitely appreciate that. We're gonna get out of here, but before we get out of here, man, we definitely want to give a shout out to our sponsors, as always. KBP Designs, HYPESOUTH Media, 619 Training, and HYPESOUTH Skills Lab. Coach Harnett over there, my main man. So you see it on the screen right here. We got a little graphic up showing the information as far as our sponsors and 619 with the basketball training and conditioning over there. So before we get out of here, Coach Stat, you got any last words?
No, man, just thank everybody for joining in, man, and watching this. Big for the area, man. First time this ever been done. So appreciate Wacy coming on and dropping that, man, and just being a part of it. It's great for me, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, Coach Charles.
No, man. Again, we appreciate you, Wacy, man, dropping that list. Like I said, man, those rankings are always fun. Always fun. And I hope these kids, like I said, I'm looking forward to what come out of it, what's gonna come next, who's gonna show up. So that's the fun part of it, man. Big stuff, man.
Yeah, definitely. Wacy, any last words, man?
Yeah, man, just appreciate y'all, man, for the support. Appreciate this platform, man. And this was good for the first time, but it's gonna get better. It's gonna get bigger and better. We're gonna keep pushing the envelope, like I said earlier. I think this is the first time we ever did a live, rankings in Georgia. I don't think anybody ever did it live. So kudos, man. Appreciate everybody.
So, yeah, definitely, man. Again, I appreciate each and every individual on the screen right now, man, because all you guys bring a different aspect to the show and to the culture as far as pushing it, man. So I'm just fortunate to be able to rock with you guys from that standpoint. But viewers, as always, we appreciate you tuning in. If there's any more information you need or anything you want to get to us, you know what our social media is. It's in the what is it, Charles? The bio, what is it called?
Yeah, it's in the description. So you check the description.
My bad. It's in the description how to reach us all. Tune in. Next show is going to be on Wednesday. Yeah, so Wednesday, check the social media, see what the topic is going to be, and maybe the topic that Kowacie brought up tonight. But we'll go from there. So check your social media. Stay tuned. Stay plugged in, man. Other than that, we out of here. Peace.